It's my honor to welcome you to our 21st annual Veterans Day salute to our U.S. troops, past and present. This is a very special occasion because as we commemorate Veterans Day, we join with schools and communities across the country in honoring those veterans who have served our country over the years. We also want to show our respect and gratitude to those members of the military who serve our country today. Let us begin now by standing for the Pledge of Allegiance led by American Legion Post 405 Commander John Marzelli. It will be followed by a salute to America's Finest performed by the Raynham Middle School Chorus under the direction of Ms. Carissa Gray and Ms. Sandra Medeiros. Please stand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
This program here at the Raynham Middle School began 23 years ago to honor one of our staff members at that time, custodian Keith Ledeen, who had been called to serve in the United States Air Force National Guard following the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack on United States soil. Today, we dedicate this ceremony to all veterans and members of the military who serve and protect here and abroad in times of war and peace, and who, through their efforts, safeguard those freedoms that we all enjoy and sometimes take for granted. On this occasion, it is important that we remember all of those who have made the supreme sacrifice by giving their lives to defend and protect our country. Since we began this program in 2003, we have honored the memory of former Raynham student Brian Oliveri, who died in service in 2004, joining the long list of fallen heroes of Operation Enduring Freedom. Since 2006, we have taken the occasion to pay special tribute to the memory of Raynham native and Army Sergeant First Class Jared Monty, who was killed in battle attempting to save one of the men under his command in Afghanistan that year. Jared attended the Raynham schools and graduated from Bridgewater-Raynham Regional High School. For many years after Jared gave his life for our country, his father, Paul Monty, was a special guest speaker here at our assemblies until he passed away 3 years ago. Mr. Monty would always ask all of us to remember the lessons that Jared lived by. Do the right thing, try your best, and never give up. Today, as we remember those lessons, we would like to acknowledge all our veterans for risking and in some cases sacrificing so much in service to our country and to the ideals that it stands for. Ideals of freedom, equality, and justice for all. I would like to ask all our veterans and military members to stand at this time so that we can show our appreciation with applause. Please stand. Please welcome with greetings from the Bridgewater Raynham Regional School District, our superintendent, Mr. Ryan Powers.
Good morning. On behalf of the Bridgewater Raynham Regional School District, I'd like to welcome you here today to our 2025 Veterans Day ceremony. I'd also like to take this opportunity to thank Rave, not only for all they do for our schools on a daily basis, but for organizing these veterans events throughout our schools today. To our veterans, thank you. If serving was easy, everyone would do it, but it's not. However, that did not deter you. Your service, sacrifice, and commitment to our great nation does not go unnoticed. We are a stronger nation, a better nation, because of your service and the service of your fellow soldiers, past and present. On behalf of the school district, thank you for all you've done to keep our country the great nation it is. Thank you.
Our next guest speaker with a Veterans Day message is our state representative, who not only represents and works for our town at the State House in Boston, but he is also a veteran who served in the United States Navy from 1981 to 1985. Please join me in welcoming State Representative Dennis Gallagher.
So good morning, everyone, and I want to appreciate Ray for hosting this event and for inviting me to be here today to speak to you as a veteran. And when I was asked to speak today, I was told two things. Number one, keep it to about 5 minutes and talk about what being a veteran means to me. Now, I served right out of high school from 1981 to 1985, and I joined the United States Navy. Today, almost 45 years later, I think of what a veteran means to me is it means to be recognized and for people to be thankful of not just my service, because I served at a time that was relatively peaceful. But many people that served before me, particularly in World War I, which I had a grandfather that served then, and World War II, which I had my father served in World War II. And I've had many family members that have served as well over the years. But those, as mentioned before, that have given the ultimate sacrifice deserve much more recognition for what they gave. Today's veteran deals with PTSD a lot, and veteran suicide is very high around our country. And we need to recognize those illnesses and those sicknesses today. And whatever I can do as a veteran, as I have throughout my life, to help them, is how I view of being a veteran is. I've been very fortunate since the 1980s to continue my public service by serving in my community as a selectman, by serving in my community as a town councilor, finance committee, and fortunate enough to be wrapping up my first year as state representative for the 8th Plymouth District for Bridgewater and Raynham. Many of you here today will serve in the United States Armed Forces. It's just part of what a lot of young people do. So what you do here and what you do when you get to the high school level is very, very important. If public service and serving your country is in your blood, and many of you have family members that are probably currently serving or will serve, service is important. And it's honorable, and it's something that should be recognized. And I look around today to see my fellow veterans that are here today. All have different backgrounds, different stories that they could get up here and tell as well. But I was very proud back in 1981 to leave my small hometown, once I grew up in East Bridgewater, and flew on my first plane to Great Lakes, Illinois, and meet people with different backgrounds and different parts of the country. It was an awakening experience. And returning home 4 years later, and then beginning my education, post-education at Worcester State University and then Suffolk University. So what being a veteran means to me today is to helping other veterans the best I can, because we all have different stories and backgrounds, and we need help. A lot of them need help today. So one final little note, back in 2006, when I was a selectman in Bridgewater, I organized a trip to the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. for World War II veterans to go and see that memorial for the first time, because it had just opened up a couple years ago, a couple years prior to that. I was able to raise enough money in my community to send about 10 World War II veterans to see that memorial free of charge. Even nearly 20 years ago, many of them weren't able to travel due to their age, but the ones that could go were very appreciative. And as we walked around that World War II memorial in Washington, D.C., every single person that wore a military hat or had part of their uniform on, it was young people like you that went up to them and said thank you. And that's what it means to be a veteran. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy the day. Thank you.
Our next featured speaker with a veteran's perspective is one of Raynham's own current members of the military. Chris Buckley has been serving in the Army National Guard and Reserves for 27 years. He also currently serves as the Veteran Services Officer for East Bridgewater and has been serving as Raynham's Interim Veteran Services Officer while Scott Blake has been recovering from his accident. Please welcome VSO Chris Buckley.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for having me back. I have spoke here several times over the last 15 years. Sometimes it was as a dad that had kids at this school. Sometimes it was, the soldier's perspective. Today, I'm going to bring you the Veteran Service Officer perspective. One of the best jobs in the world is serving our veterans, and I get to do that every day. There are many things that our veterans need. When they came home from Vietnam, they didn't get the services that they deserved when they got back from Vietnam. They didn't get the services when they got back from World War II or Korea. Well, now, because of this new wave that we are in, it's my job and everybody else's job that serves the veteran's job to take care of them when they get home. And again, one of the better parts of my job is I get to talk to all the different veterans. Unfortunately, many of them have passed on, but that's how it is. We have surviving spouses that we have to take care of, and we have to get out into the community, and some veterans, they don't want anything to do with us. They don't want anything to do with the government. It's our job to talk to them and get through to them so they can get the benefits that they deserve. Healthcare through the VA, the Boston VA healthcare system is best in the world. Why? Because we have all the other healthcare systems in Boston. We're getting all these doctors so we can take care of our Vietnam veterans and our Korean War veterans and our World War II veterans. And now it's time to take care of the current generation. One of the things that, again, like I said, that I enjoy is interacting with the veterans. We have a turkey drive at the end of the month. Every veteran here, if you have a veteran at home, come out, get your free turkey. It's the least that we can do for the ones that did the most for us without asking, without even batting an eye. We have Vietnam veterans that weren't like myself and some of the current veterans that they got drafted. They didn't want to go. They graduated high school and they were told, hey, this is what you're doing. So some of them served a full career, some of them served as long as they could and got out. I mean, you know what? I've been there, I don't blame them. All right? So as we have the day off tomorrow, you're welcome. Do what you can, thank a veteran, and again, because they did what they did, we get to enjoy our very well-educated lives today. Thank you. Have a great day.
Let us continue our Raynham Middle School salute to our veterans with our Raynham Middle School band under the direction of Miss Gray and Miss Medeiros. Raynham Middle School teacher, Mr. Jeff Moyer, will now read our Raynham Middle School Veterans Honor Roll, which includes our family members currently serving in the military, along with just some of those on our lengthy list of family members who previously served, and we now honor as veterans. We ask any of those on our honor roll who are here with us today to please stand when your name is read.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Making sure we're still awake. Many of us here at the Raynham Middle School know firsthand how difficult it can be to have a family member in the military. From their time away from our families and their commitment to their country. Therefore, we would like to recognize our staff and students who have a family member who is currently serving in the United States military. I ask you to please hold your applause to the end. And again, students, please stand when I call your name. Gray Griffin, his father Thomas Griffin, is in the Marines. Maria Cronin, her grandfather John Cronin, is in the Navy. Chloe Reed's grandfather Neil Canino is in the Army. Kylie Kadowski's father Dennis is in the military. Says the third. Aria Gray's grandfather Curtis Gray is in the Army. Greta Ferrera's grandfather Douglas Churchy is in the Army. Avery Duramo's grandfather David is in the Army. Nate Lagura's sister Berkeley is in the Navy. Olivia Erickson's father Edmund is in the Air Force. And J.J. Kroll's stepfather Edmund is in the Air Force. Lionel Rosado's brother Alberto is in the Army. Giselle Glass's father James is in the Army. Ms. Hopi's brother is in the Army, and Mr. Pilot has a family member, a relative, in the Marines. Some of our students' relatives were able to join us here today. We'd also like to recognize these students and their guests in our audience. So if the students and guests would please stand when recognized. Owen Farley's Peter Farley, Army veteran. Shay Santos, guest Frank Betancourt, is an Air Force veteran. John Schottlemeyer, guest John Schottlemeyer, is a Marine Corps veteran. Sophie Wood, guest Dakota Rivermist, is in the Navy. Amelia Roberts, guest Michael Coleman, is an Army Reserve veteran. Riley Trapp's guest Stephen Duffy is a Navy veteran. Thomas and John McNamara's guest, Paul McNamara, is a Navy veteran. Lucas Cowell's guest, Scott Cowell, is a Coast Guard veteran. AJ Cola's guest, John McLaughlin, is a Marine Corps veteran. Devin and Dylan Capuzzo's guest, David Capuzzo, is a Marine Corps. Sandra Acharya's guest, Samuel Gatiti, is in the Army. Violet Kelly's guest, Brendan Kelly, is in the Marine Corps. Tia Bel Santos' guest, Ariel Carrera, is in the Army. Nathan King's guest, Josh King, is in the Army. Calvin Steineger's guest, Paul McCracken, is the Air Force veteran. Lily King's guest, Peter King, is a Marine Corps veteran. Audrey and Emilio Lombardo's guest, John Lombardo, is in the Army. Colin Morley's guest, Robert Patrone, is in the Army. Charlotte Mulvihill's guest, Tony Morris, is in the Marine Corps. Kai and Callie Kniser's guest, Camille Kniser, is in the Army. Hudson Arndt's guest, Rob Arndt, is in the Marines. Matthew Yordson is in the Air Force. We have other military guests as well I'd like to recognize. Chris Buckley, Army Veteran Service Officer in East Bridgewater. Kristen Davis, Air Force veteran, past commander, American Legion Post 405. John Marzelli, veteran, commander, American Legion Post 405. Dennis Gallagher, Navy veteran, state representative. Ernest Cardoza, veteran, past commander, a veteran of Foreign Wars Post 611. Richard Enright, veteran, post commander, past commander of Veterans of Foreign Wars Post 611. Chief David LaPlante, Marine Corps veteran, Raynham Police. Retired Chief Peter King, Marine Corps veteran, Raynham Police. Scott Blake, Major in the Army. Retired Police Chief Lou Pacheco, Marines. Michael Walsh, American Legion Post Junior Vice Commander. James Banks, American Legion Post Commander. Bill Ryder, American Legion Post Past Commander. And Kevin Carney, American Legion. Finally, I'd like to take a moment to thank all the students here today ask all the students here today to go home and to thank the veterans and their family. Although their names may not have been read here today, We do not want to forget about them and the time they have spent serving our country. Tomorrow is a day dedicated to these men and women because of their service and dedication to our country. So tomorrow, if you know a veteran, or if you see a veteran, say thank you. Thank you all very much.
We have some other special guests that we would like to acknowledge at this time. From that first Veterans Day Assembly here at Raynham Middle School in 2003, our RAID organization has partnered each year with Raynham's American Legion Post 405. We would like to acknowledge past commanders Jimmy Banks, Bill Ryder, and Kirsten Davis, current Commander John Marzelli, Junior Vice Commander Michael Walsh, and Executive Board members Kevin Carney and Peter King. We would like to welcome at this time, representing Veteran of Foreign Wars Post 611, past commanders Ernest Cardoza and Richard Enright, with a special announcement regarding the Patriots Pen Essay Contest.
The Veterans of Foreign Wars is an organization of men and women who serve overseas in a war zone. The VFW every year has an essay contest for pupils in middle school, grade 6, 7, and 8. It's called Patriots Pen. This year, with the cooperation of the child and the approval of the administration, the contest was held again. And the winner this year of the Patriots Pen Award is...
This year's winner is Maya Wade. Come on down. It is my pleasure to present you with the award for your essay. Bill Barnard. Could you read your essay?
Commander Henry, they said, but she just won $100, okay? Maya for $100. Let's do a little bit more work. Let's read your essay.
To me, patriotism is not just going through the motions of paying our respects to veterans, but it's feeling something when you do and knowing the pain they went through. For many years, humankind has been doing the little things toward veterans and those currently serving, like saying thank yous to them. I show my support by educating myself on past battles fought and showing my respect to the flag. I repeatedly find myself engrossed in historical fiction books. Some of the topics I find myself reading are the bombing of Pearl Harbor and the battle between the United States and Okinawa. I know that the characters in these books are not real, but their stories happen to so many others who are. By educating myself, I have a better grasp on the difficult choices that those serving have had to make to survive. Learning about our country's past gives me a deeper understanding of how much pain and loss went into protecting strangers who veterans may never see. To see veterans go through those unforgiving times for others' benefit is a truly extraordinary sight. When people show gratitude toward veterans, they're not just saying thank you for a simple task. What they're actually saying is thank you for putting my life before yours, for experiencing unforgettable memories for my benefit, and for all the pain you went through. Many people think they're just saying those 2 words when really they're saying 1,000. Every morning I pledge to my flag and listen to the national anthem. I immediately stop any and all conversations that I was having and raise my right hand to my heart. When I do, I think of how proud I am of my country. We are the land of the free and full of so many possibilities, which just makes me think of how lucky I am to live here. As I am listening to the national anthem, I also have a deep and profound respect for the work that went into America becoming the place it is today. Out of all the places I could have lived in, I'm glad it's in America. There are many ways to show support and patriotism toward our country, and one way is by educating yourself being respectful toward our flag. In my experience, as long as you care and know the difficulties that our nation went through, you are patriotic.
This is not quite the end. This essay will be submitted with other middle school pupils in Bristol County. The county winner, one winner, will then go on to competition at the state level with the other 13 counties in Massachusetts. The Massachusetts winner will then go into national competition with the other 49 states. At the end of this long rainbow, there's a $5,000. Maya's a long way from 5,000, but she has started the first step. Congratulations.
To conclude our program today, we invite American Legion Post Commander John Marzelli and United States Army Reservist John Lombardo to present the ceremonial flag folding that traditionally takes place as a final salute to honor a military member or veteran. As part of the ceremony, taps will be played by two of our own RMS students, Griffin Jolly and Corbin Swinton. Rave Committee member and Raynham Select Board Chair Pat Riley will provide the commentary that accompanies the flag folding ceremony.
The rendering of military funeral honors is a way to show the nation's deep gratitude to those who in times of war and peace have faithfully defended our country. This ceremonial paying of respect is the final demonstration a grateful nation can provide to a veteran's family. The bugle call taps originated in the Civil War with the Army of the Potomac. United Army Brigadier General Daniel Butterfield didn't like the bugle call that signaled soldiers in the camp to put out the lights and go to sleep, and worked out the melody of taps with his brigadier bugler, Private Oliver Wilcox Morton. The call later came into another use as a figurative call to the sleep of death for soldiers. The portion of the flag denoting honor is the canton of blue, containing the stars representing states our veterans served in uniform. The canton field of blue dresses from left to right and is inverted only when draped as a pall on the casket of a veteran who has served our country honorably in uniform. When the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our national motto, "In God We Trust." Fold 1. The 13 stripes represent the original 13 states: Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Maryland, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Virginia, New York, North Carolina, and Rhode Island. Fold 2. The 50 stars represent our 50 United States of America. Fold 3. I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me liberty or give me death. Patrick Henry. Fold 4. These are the times that try men's souls. The summer soldier and the sunshine patriot will, in this crisis, shrink from the service of their country, but he that stands it now deserves the love and thanks of man and woman. Thomas Paine. Fold 5. We hold these truths to be self-evident. that all men are created equal. They are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, the Declaration of Independence. Fold 6. We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish the Constitution of the United States of America, the United States Constitution. Fold 7. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. That's the First Amendment. Fold 8. The basis of our political system is the right of the people to make and to alter their constitutions of government. George Washington. Fold 9. My God, how little do my countrymen know what precious blessings they are in possession of, and which no other people on earth enjoy. Thomas Jefferson. Fold 10. 77 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Abraham Lincoln. Fold 11. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the toneless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door. Emma Lazarus, inscription on the Statue of Liberty. Fold 12. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country. John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Fold 13. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Martin Luther King Jr. After the flag is completely folded and tucked in, it has the appearance of a cocked hat, ever reminding us of these soldiers who served under General George Washington and the sailors and Marines who served under Captain John Paul Jones and were followed by their comrades and shipmates in the United States Armed Forces, preserving for us the rights, privileges, and freedoms we enjoy today. The folded flag is presented as a keepsake to the next of kin or an appropriate family member.
Thank you all for participating in our 21st Annual Veterans Day Salute to our U.S. troops, past and present. Thank you to our Veterans Day Committee of RMS staff members and RAVE members who made this possible. To our special guests, to our audience of RMS students, faculty, and staff. And thank you especially to all of our veterans and current military members for their service. Thank you.